Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Yesterday the US dollar plummeted to a low of 91.60 and now questions whether we've seen a base. Purely for the fact is that the market did rebound and recaptured that 92 handle. In the next 24 hours, we do need to see how the market plays out, and if it can recover further, then we could see a move up towards 94.15. However, my concerns are still to the fact that the technical implications are not overly bullish. Therefore, we could easily drop back towards that 91.70 level, but will it sustain? I would say so, purely for the fact is that we are extremely oversold, and this move to the downside was a brief challenge, so it could likely be the same situation if it's retested again. Moving on to the euro, the market posted substantial gains in the last 48 hours, purely on the back of a weak greenback, of course, and also the break from 119.60-65 recently. With the euro bulls upside efforts reaching a high of 120.69 for the first time since January 2015, now questions whether we've seen a high after the market did clearly reject from there, and this could be a shooting star, but we still need confirmation, and a break of 119.10 would be that confirmation to support a bear case. Keeping a very close watch to these indicators. If the market does weaken further in the next 24 hours, then we could see a target down towards 117.90. But let's see how the price action goes into the start of Asia and see if the market bears can push the price lower. Any advances looks for a resistance at 120.10 minor and firmer at 120.60.70. Well, the Australian dollar once again attempts to restore its bullish bias after falling from the 79.60 hurdle. Looking ahead, I do expect to see weakness to return if this level is challenged again. With a cap holding now around 79.60-80, I do expect to see weakness to eventually take the challenge to 78.90. A break beneath there would give further scope to the downside and bring in a target of 78.30 and reassess from there. For those trading the dollar yen, the support at 108.30 held very firmly and the market has rebounded and captured the 109 handle and now looks to challenge this level of 109.8085. A break above there would give further scope to the upside and bring in a target of 110.70 to 111.5. If the market is caught short from this rebound, then I do expect to see this move very, very quickly. Support on the day comes in at 108.80 as minor, and of course the bull camp still sits there at 108.30-35. Little to say to the pound other than the fact is the price action has been very dull, but the technical implications are slightly to the bullish case. Therefore, I do expect to see a further upside test, but likely to be contained by the resistance of 129.8085. Now, a break under 128.60 would give further scope to the downside and bring in a target of 127.70 with the base holding at 127.0515. Well, since the break of this gold price action yesterday of 1,300, the market briefly printed a high of 1,326. Keeping a very close watch to these indicators, although the market at the moment is looking towards 1,340, a break of the uptrend would trigger further bearish sentiment and could see the market fall lower from 1,295 and down towards the region of 1,280. So trading gold, do be a little bit cautious if you are long. And if we do see that break, then I do expect weakness to continue and will negate the target of 1,340. Silver also playing a bit of a bearish role yesterday as the market challenges that top side, but appears to have failed. Keeping an eye on these technicals, I do expect to see a move towards $17.1520 today. Now, a break beneath there would give further scope to the downside and possibly bring in a target of $16.85, which was a recent challenge low. While we remain above $17.1520, then we should not discount further tests, eventually to turn back towards that $17.60-70 and reassess from there. My view on oil still remains bearish, and I've lowered my target now, not to $45.70, but to $44.80 and reassess from there. The reason behind that is the fact that these technicals, as well as this max signal breaking through the zero, does give some concern that the fact the market will fall heavier and this level at $45.70 may not hold. Any advances now looks for a cap around $47.60-65. So that wraps up my intraday webinar. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful day that's ahead of us.